Hi and welcome everyone. This is the Hobo Prepper and I am Friar Tuck. I'm doing a store run for somebody and I was going through and reading the comments and I saw somebody say that they think that they're on their way out the door, that they're about to become homeless pretty soon. And I thought that that would be a great opportunity to make a video for you guys that are going to be the first ones out here as far as the Great Dispossession comes along. So let's talk about what do you do if you first come homeless. Like, now that I've been out here for a while, I've been reacclimated. What kind of advice would I pass on to you? The first piece of advice that I would pass on to you is if you're going outside, you need to have a plan. That plan may not always be a job. That plan may be getting certain things in order. Because, for example, Puckett, if he were to sit there and lay up in a hospital bed for a year, it would repair his back in the same way I had to lay myself up for a year to repair my foot. Because sometimes you just need to give your back the rest that it needs so that you can go off and be productive. But because he doesn't want to do that, because he's like, oh, I need to work, I need to get money, I need to get off the streets, I need to do this. Well, all he's doing is setting himself up for failure. So having a plan when you come out, whether it be to fix certain things or to push yourself in another direction, because this is that one opportunity you have to reset the whole foundation of your life. Okay, so from a philosophical standpoint, when I went out right after my divorce, a lot of it was that I needed to correct myself in the way that I was thinking and the way that I was interacting with the world, because I had implied expectations, and when those expectations weren't fulfilled, I felt betrayed, and it would play a big part into my relations with people. And the implied versus just expressing it, saying, look, if I do this for you, that was a big change. But I had to rebuild myself from the inside out. And then that created a foundation to where I could build on more things. So I decided to, kind of go on my own little spiritual journey. And I took over 2 houses and I saved a neighborhood and repaired a neighborhood. Okay, so these are, this is just, have a plan. Make sure that you work on what you need to work on. The second thing is you got to realize that you're going to be spinning your wheels a lot. Okay, and you have to be okay with that. And, the boredom is what will get you started on the path to drugs. It's just because there's only so much you can do, and you got to hurry up and wait and sit around and wait. And so that idleness, it's like, man, I'm bored. It's not like I can sit inside and play video games or watch TV or play on my computer or tinker around the house. You can't do that. So there are times in which you will be bored. And those times is like, somebody says, hey, you want to do this? You want to get high? And, just like I had happen to me the other day, they tried to, because I took an educated approach to it. And because I took an educated approach to, like, this is what I know what Molly to be, this is why I don't want it, yada, yada, yada. Well, the thing is then, you get the counter argument because, the people that they do their drugs, they have some sort of affinity to it, a reason why they like it, a reason why they're going to try and sell it to you. And you need to have your own set of boundaries. Like, I finally explained to him, it's like, look, I can't do uppers. If I did anything that was an upper, I might end up in the hospital. And 2, I respect my viewers enough to where I think it would cost me more than it would be worth, even to experiment and to try something like that. So on both accounts, no, I just, it's not for me. I'll stick to my weed, and that's good. And most of you are like, oh my God, you shouldn't even do weed. Well, you got to realize that you're going to end up doing something out here, whether it's drinking, weed, or the other drugs. You're going to end up doing something to pass the time, to be able to give yourself a little bit of reprieve and things like that. And you need to make this decision now. Where are your boundaries? Okay. And you need to be consciously aware. The other thing is, okay, when you come out here, keep your nose to yourself. Don't get involved with anybody. Don't really I mean, socialize, yes, okay, in passing, because you need to be able to use people within the community for your own self-betterment or your own survival, whether it be, you want to trade somebody something, or maybe somebody knows where you can do this or where you can do that. So you're going to have relations with people. But you need to really create those boundaries that nothing is free out here. You may think, oh, yes, it's free. I get free this and free that. It's not free. It comes with strings attached. You may not know those strings that are attached, but it comes with strings attached. Even for me, when I do business with people, I already understand the strings are attached. And so when they come up to me and be like, well, can I? It's like, okay, well, that was the string that was attached. Okay. So you got to realize that nothing out here ever gets done for free. There's no point in it. The only thing that you'll get for free is 3 hots and possibly a cot. Okay. And the 3 hots aren't always, you don't get those either, because some places they only feed 3 times a week. So you need to really look into the resources. A good place for you to start looking into resources is 211. If you call 211 in your local area, you'll be able to talk to an operator who will give you access to any and all programs and services that you may need. Okay, and that is important, especially when planning, because if you got a couple of weeks, you better start getting your ducks in an order now, because in the future, you won't. Once you get out there is no adjusting the plan other than just kind of adjusting it while you're going. Okay, so again, getting yourself a plan and knowing what resources are available to you, where you can go. As far as work goes, there are plenty of ways. If you watch my video, 5 Ways to Thrive During SHTF, that's for whether you're homeless or in SHTF. That is one place that you can, that will help you understand what kind of will help you understand what you can actually do as far as making money out here. But if you're coming out here for the first time, just again, keep your head low. The things that you see going on, they may not necessarily be for you, because you see somebody getting their ass beat. It's because they did something wrong. It's not because they did anything. It's not because somebody's just coming up and beating their ass. It doesn't work that way, because people aren't going to lose or put their hands on you, because it comes with consequences. It comes with jail time, and jail time means you can't stay outside and party. Okay, and so when a hobo thinks about things, he's calculating his odds to go to jail and his odds of winning. Those are the only 2 things that are going through his mind. Okay, some have pride issues, and those are usually the ones that get sucker punched. But things to really think about and to consider, is keeping your head low. Don't get involved in anybody's business. Other people's shit is other people's shit. Worry about you and only you, because you're outside, but this is probably the loneliest you will ever be in your life. The reason why, and you got to be used to solitude as well. Nobody to talk to, nobody that you can trust, nobody that you can confide in, because they're going to be using whatever you say as ammunition to be able to get whatever it is that they want from you. Now, you have a mix of people, just like you have in society. You have your down in the dirt. These are the people you never trust. And then you have these are people with the most impeccable trust no matter what they do. So for example, Puckett, I can trust the man. It doesn't matter the drugs, because he still keeps the core of who he is. Okay, and that is what is really, really important when dealing with people out here. Because if you want to sit there and be prejudiced against the drugs, all it's going to do is create more heartache. All it's going to do is create more heartache for you, 1, and 2, it's going to alienate everybody from you. Just because they do whatever it is that they do, all that means is that you understand certain personality traits about them, certain things that they're willing to do because the drug makes them do it, or certain things that they won't do because they still keep a hold of their humanity. Okay, so if you're going outside for the first time, these are some things that will help keep you safe. Make sure that you have good sleeping gear. Make sure that you travel lightly. Okay, because the thing is, you got to take your whole house with you everywhere you go. So being able to put it into a 75-liter backpack and to have all of your gear, now that's ideal. So I mean, the gear that I showed yesterday, you'll understand why I use it, because you need to be able to cook, you need to be able to drink water, you need to be able to have shelter, and you need to be able to sleep, and you need to be able to change your clothes. Those are all the things that you're going to need out here. Now, the water and the food, you can go without that in an urban environment. But if you plan on nomading it like me, then you're definitely going to want a water filtration system and to have extra food on you, because you may not have access to food when you are out on the road. So those are the things that, if you're going to go homeless for the first time, those are the things that you really need to focus on, and focus on those hardcore. Okay, look at the temperatures that you're used to dealing with and buy your gear accordingly. Okay, and then from there decide if you're going to stay there or if you're going to migrate to a different region. But with that, guys, so I had to pause the video for just a second to grab me a nice cold cherry Coke. I love my cherry Coke and I love Coke. So anyways, guys, this is the advice that I can give you, and I hope that it helps you out. If you have other questions, please ask them so that I can make videos about it and maybe give you a deeper explanation of certain things that you guys may not know. But the most important thing is again, your sleeping gear and keeping your head low and not getting involved in anybody's business. Shelters are not the best place to go. Any seasoned hobo will tell you, stay away from the shelters. Don't even sleep next to the shelters. You know, and it's true. I've never really slept next to a shelter until now, but that's also because I had forest camping as well. So I mean, being out in the campground and everything is what they call it now. But anyways, guys, like, subscribe, share. You know, I need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I'm halfway there. Thank you, guys. And for all of you new subscribers, thank you again. If you want to give a donation to kind of help offset me while I'm still building this media empire, we'll call it, I could use a tip in the tip jar. You can either use PayPal or you can use Cash App. And lastly, well, actually, no, come over to Patreon. Patreon, I'm trying to make it worth your money to where you're getting more of a bang for your buck. Because, I mean, $5 a month, and then you get to see all the content that doesn't come here on YouTube. You get to see interviews that don't make it onto YouTube, because I interview some of these people and I just can't post what they say publicly. Plus, you know, my little side videos that I do. All these different things are here to, you know, to enhance your overall experience. Because if you guys are really that involved, I mean, $5 a month, I don't think that is too much, but it might be. You know, $5 a month. You know, and like I said, you get access to all the daily videos. Now, this weekend, I'm planning on starting to do a live stream. At least I'm hoping to, if it's not raining. But anyways, and so if for $10 a month, you get live streams. And so I'm not gonna save the replays for YouTube. I'm gonna keep that on Patreon, just as a way to add some extra value on top of the other things that I'm doing. So again, I will be restructuring Patreon and the tier structure here in a couple of weeks. And so just keep an eye on that. If there are certain benefits that I'm not offering that you think I should offer, please let me know, because I'm still new to Patreon and I don't understand fully everything that I'm doing. But it seems to be working because I got 2 subscribers, and I know that the posts go out because I get an email every day I send out a post. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.